Yo, what's up guys, it's Yaga here back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the top tips and tricks to get past solo squads in the new Blackout map on Call of Duty Mobile. Let's get it. Alright, the first tip is checking the map. What I mean by this is checking the directory in which you're going. So you can look around the map, check for anywhere with a helicopter. That's what I highly recommend you drop. Why? It's easy to go ahead and jump enemies later in the game, and it's easy to travel around. Also, you're going to get a lot of friends with you when you jump down. Alright, that's the first tip. Really not that hard. Just make sure that you have a good area to jump. Now, once you're jumping, is to do the best jump possible. By this, I mean, make sure your jump is done in a horizontal angle. Make sure you just get as much distance as you can to enable you to go the furthest. And also, use this little eye that you have. It can show you if there's any enemies near you whilst you're jumping. Also check your headphones or your earphones and make sure it sounds on so you can hear any parachutes that are near you. That's pretty much the best advice I can give. Alright, what I mean by clearing the area. Make sure you take a weapon as soon as you land. It doesn't matter whatever it is. It can be the worst weapon you've ever seen. It doesn't matter. Have it and make sure you can kill everyone or at least down some people near you so that you can get them before they take loot and they have bigger danger and threat to you. That's one of the best things I would say about this map particularly, because everyone does try to jump you. Sad fact. Alright, next tip, max your ammo. So it doesn't matter what ammo you have, even if it's sniper ammo, shotgun ammo, whatever you get, whatever you see, take it. Why? Imagine later in the game you need the ammo, you don't have it, you're going to struggle quite a bit, especially because you're solo. So make sure you have it. So take the light ammo, take whatever you need. Highly recommend it, because it's been quite useful for me throughout this map. And this brings me on to the next point, which is definitely making sure your settings are perfect before every match. I should have done this before this thing, but make sure you're on 90 FOV. Why? Well, it helps you see the enemies beyond your normal vision. If I was on 60 FOV, I would not see that person or that bot. So 90 FOV, show the bot, easy kill. Also make sure that you put the damage counter on, because you just saw. You can see how much damage is taken by each shot, and you can kind of predict when to jump squads. Okay, moving on. Customs, then the fun. So there are two ways to attempt Battle Royale. So number one, just go at it all the way till the end, then take a custom. This is going to be quite hard, a couple of reasons. Number one, it'll be very, very, very hard to make sure that you win the game. If you have a custom and you play, you're highly increasing the chance that you win. Alright, moving to the next tip. Make sure that you see the counter to the zone. That's right underneath the map. So with this you can have a good judgment about when to jump and when to go to drops. As you can assess the risk, then you can go. Don't be a yobbo and just jump straight in and get killed. It's not worth it. Always have a secondary. What I mean by this is, as you can see my loadout right now, is an AK-47 and an MX-9. MX-9 for close range, AK-47 for long medium range. What I mean by having the secondary, if your AK-47 for some reason runs out of ammo, make sure your MX-9 is already on full ammo ready to go, because in real life and in this game, as always, the rule is it's quicker to use a secondary than it is to reload. That's just a way of life. It's just a thing in the game as well. Always just flip to your secondary instead of reloading. That's a real thing. I hope that does help, because it does help when you're getting rushed by 2 or 3 people. So in this situation, I don't want to use my AK because it's going to be a close range fight. Flip up my MX-9. Say for example there was someone else coming in, my MX-9's out of ammo, I would flip to the AK, just use a hip fire. Why? It's going to be quicker than reloading, unless you have a I don't know, unless you have a reload mod or something, because you know the chance of you getting something like that is pretty rare. So this will really help you and be beneficial later on. So yeah, always use a secondary. And also, talking about the mods, make sure your mods are useful. I would never put a hipfire mod into an AK-47. So just use your logic. Make sure your mods are accurate to the gun you're using. Make your game a lot better. Alright, the next tip is, and the next few tips will be about jumping enemies. So instead of just jumping straight into the enemy right next to, say for example in this video, I'll just jump right into the car. I wouldn't do that. I would jump near the car, fly over them, confuse them a little bit, so I can get them disorientated to where I am, and then go ahead and kill them. That enables you to get less health taken off you when they shoot you. Oh my gosh, that's a big jump. Okay. Alright, moving on to the next tip. Using your ears. So in this little clip, I had no idea where enemies were. So I entered the zone, I was trying to look for kills, and I heard a little shot long in the distance. Little minute. If I didn't have my sound on, I wouldn't have heard that. But because I did, I quickly checked the map, saw that the drop was taken there, and wow, what do you know? There's no enemies. And this is where you use your skills. All the tips I've just given you, and go ahead and get people. So instead of just running straight in, I looked at the enemies. There were two of them. So knowing that through a cluster, looked at the zone. It was like in the bad place for them, so they have to move in. Now I wasn't expecting this. I got shot from the back, and then gladly it was a bot, so I got it down in less than a second. But my health was down, and I was getting sniped. So instead of just jumping around and getting a cluster on me, because that's what they just did, I tried to use my ninja to avoid as much hits as possible, because I don't think they would snipe me that well. Got this downed enemy and then proceeded to go down. Heard an airborne. As soon as I just killed him, I heard an airborne. Just made sure that there was no one else, and continuously aware there'll be people above me. I tried to get the snowboard on. The snowboard didn't work weirdly, so I used the AK-47 to get this guy down because it was medium long range, and just reloaded just because I was aware that I'll need the MX-9 ammo in case someone jumps on top of me. I didn't want to waste it, because just thinking about it, imagine close range. It's gladly that guy didn't jump down, but if they did, if I used all my MX-9 ammo to vote those two, then how would I get the guy that jumped right next to me? Hip firing with the AK-47 is pretty hard, considering the MX-9 has all the mods and stuff, so, you know, use your brain. Alright, next tip. Face your fears calmly. So this enemy was shooting me from the side of the rock, and my game glitched out pretty badly, so I thought I'd knocked him down. I did. And right here, when the tank was shooting and everything just glitched for like a couple of seconds, and I got a little bit freaked out. But decided to play calmly, use my judgment, and I knew that there would be enemies. And there you go, there were enemies. Instead of using the AK, quickly fixed MX-9, stood still, because if I slid forward and got him, he would have easily got me with his ADS. That was just a thing, because he had a bit of an advantage there from the rock. Now what I did was jump over to the building, but I got trapped. And, well, I can't be bothered explaining anymore, guys. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I'll leave the rest of this clip. Hope you enjoy it. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the clip. I'm just being aware I wasn't being salty with the all chat. I was just saying GG's, I'm a nice guy, don't worry. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for the views yesterday, and I'll catch you guys later.